Back again with another edition of No Sense Storytime. And this is the time when I almost got shot at the club. Alright, so the year is 2006, summer after my freshman year of college. So everybody's back home and everything. So me, my boy Adrian, my boy Daryl, my boy Javario. We all kicking it, and apparently these fools been hitting the club like regularly or whatever. Cause I was the only fool that actually went away to school and everything, and Javario and Adrian was now 18, finishing up high school, whatever. So we talking one night, one evening. Was it evening, afternoon? Afternoon was turning into evening, obviously, but we were all just kicking it and everything. And they were like, "Hey, we going to the club tonight? You trying to ride? Trying to go?" I said, "All right, cool, I'll go." I said, really, I ain't had nothing else to do. I was back home. I figured, go out, hang with my peoples, maybe try to see, what I might be able to slide around with, hang out with, whatever. So, Adrian and Javario and Daryl are like, "All right, so we're gonna ride one car." Like, saying, "You think you can drive?" Like, I said, "All right, cool." Like, me personally, I like driving places and going like when it comes to like parties and clubbing and stuff like that. I was always wanting to drive because if I'm ready to go, I'm going. I ain't got to worry about waiting on nobody else asking they ready to go, blase. So I'm like, yeah, I'll drive. Mind you, I got a busted 1990 Buick Regal Custom with a front fender that color doesn't match. And the door, I bought the car for $500. It was my first car, and I bought it so y'all can kiss my ass. Anyway, I'm like, gotta ask my Dukes to borrow the car. So Adrian's like, "Hey, can I ride with you?" I'm like, "All right, cool, whatever." So Adrian's gonna ride with me. Daryl and Javario gonna ride with each other to the club, knowing that they was probably gonna show up fashion late or whatever. So me, go home. I said, "Ma, can I borrow the car tonight?" She said, "What you need to borrow the car for?" I said, "I'm going out to the club with Adrian, Javario, Daryl, yada. She's like, "All right, just make sure you put gas in it." I said, "All right, bet." Now, the reason why I asked is busted 1990 Buick Regal Custom, 2000 Oldsmobile Laro that my mom kept clean. During the summer, I kept it clean. It was part of me being at home for the summer. So I was keeping it clean at the time. So go home, I get dressed. Take my shower, get fresh, get dressed. Hit up Adrian, like, "Hey, so you ready to go?" He's like, "Yes." Pull up the Adrian spot. We hit up on Javario and there. Y'all ready? What's up? And we're gonna meet y'all out there. I'm like, how long are y'all gonna take though? These two mother lovers, when they get ready to go somewhere, or when they used to get ready to go somewhere, Javario was like a diva. It took forever. Daryl was damn near the same way. I'm like, bro, if I'm trying to roll out, I'm trying to roll out. Let's get where we need to get to. Anyway, I pick up Adrian. We head on to the club. Mind you, this club we're going to has been shut down and reopened multiple times. Club was we called it The Rock. It ain't there no more for obvious reasons. Reason why it used to get shut down and reopened, it got shut down, somebody got shot. Went through some things, they reopened. A few months later, somebody got shot, shut down, real blah, blah, blah. We're young. We don't know no better. So we just go into the club to have a good time. All right, so we get to the club. It might be like 10, 15, 20 minutes later, Javario and Daryl show up. They trying to, bogart their way up in the line to where, me and Adrian was at. Somehow it happened. So they behind it is me, Adrian, Javario, Daryl. That's how it was. We in this line for a strong 45 minutes, bro. Mind the I think the club opened at like 10. We got there like 11:30. We already knew we wasn't gonna get in, getting where we fit in, you know what I'm saying? And the whole fashionably late crap or whatever. So normally niggas show up at like 12 or nah. This line was like out the door down to the parking lot. So mind you, the parking lot is already full up. So they had a side area where it's a grassy portion or whatever, and that's where everybody was, the overflow parking, if you will. So 45 minutes passed, we outside waiting. Finally, like, I bullshit y'all not, I get in. Side story, all the women ladies that was in line, whether they was behind us or like was sliding their asses on into the club, the bouncers just letting them in, all 10 girls at a time, maybe 1 or 2 guys. That's how I was going. Understandable, but still, it's like, come on, bro, damn. So anyway, I finally get up to the front. They let these girls in. They let this dude in front of me, and they let me in. Javario and them is still in line. I said, hey, I see y'all when I see y'all in there, whatever. I get in there, get to the table. It's gonna be 15 to get in tonight. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm frugal. All right. I don't like spending more than $10 to get into no club. Cause I already know drinks gonna be overpriced. And if I'm feeling generous and I gotta buy a shorty a drink, that's gonna already basically I'm paying for the women ladies to get into the club. I didn't pay for a woman to get in, me paying this $15. That's neither here nor there. So I get in. This is when stuff started going left. I'm in the club no longer than 10 minutes. No exaggeration. 10 minutes in this club. Next thing I know, I'm looking, I'm like, bruh, why I looking all smoky all of a sudden? Just out of nowhere. And then it hits my nose. They done started macing up the club. I don't know what happened. Mind you, it's like elbow to elbow. Like it's a house party inside a club, if you will. If you went to college house parties, you know how cramped them things get. It's elbow to elbow in that mother lover. So they spraying the mace. They telling everybody, get out, get out, get out. I'm like, nigga, I just paid $15 to get in this motherfucker. You gonna tell us to get out now? This some bull. So going out. I'm right by the front door. Adrian and them see me coming out. They like, what's going on? I was like, man, they macing up in that motherfucker, dog. I don't know what's going on. So I'm standing near the entrance, like they still in line and everything. And then you hear, hey, yada yada, whoop-de-whoop, all this. Like, it's a bunch of yelling, and of course, it's Negroes getting into it with Negroes. And I'm looking, they done thrown somebody out the club, like literally threw him out. I'm talking borderline Fresh Prince with Jazz throw this brother out the club. He gets thrown out. Next thing you know, it's a big ass rolling table on its side that rolls out the club. And I'm like, where the hell did the table come from? So the table done rolled out the club and everything. He tripping out, mad as hell. I mean, you just got launch padded out the damn club, so I can understand why he mad. Then all of a sudden, man, fuck all that. I'm going to the trunk on y'all. I said, y'all. I looked at Adrian. I said, bruh, I'm to the car. Like I said this. No more than 2 seconds after I said this, yo. Oh, and on top of the table rolling out, group of Negroes rolling out the club at the same time. All part of this altercation that went on in the club. I don't know what happened. I don't know how I started. I don't care how I started. Because now it's pretty much like, bro, we got to go. Like this Negro said, I'm going to the trunk on y'all. So when I turned and looked at the agent, I said, bro, it's time to go. So when I looked at them and said, I turned back around, no BS. Pop, pop, pop. Bullet flew. The wall is like right beside me, but it's like I'm standing by the wall. And the bullet comes, pop, right on the wall in front of where I'm standing. So when the bullet hits, I take off. At this point, it's fight or flight. Like I'm not doing it. Craziest part, this girl was in high heels, bless her heart. She trips. And if y'all could remember the A-Town Stomp, if Negroes had on Tim, she probably would have died that night. She was getting stomped out. Now, mind you, the gentleman in me normally would have like tried to pick Shorty up, but it was gunfire, and Sam was worried about Sam not getting shot, along with the fact that I'm not trying to take my mother's car home with bullet holes in it, okay? So I get to the car. Apparently Shorty was all right because I checked the news later on. They ain't say nobody, you know what I mean, got trampled and killed. I get to the car. I call Adrian. I'm like, bro, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I have to leave a message, though. That's the crazy part. He ain't even answer. I called him 3 times, yo. 3 times. 3 times. Mind you, okay, the first 2 times I called, I left a message the first time. Second time, he ain't answer. Third time, I'm in the car is started, I am pulling the fuck off. Gone. Listen, I done call these fools, ain't nobody answering. At this point, I'm sorry. I'm a terrible friend at this point if you want to say so. But y'all heard the gunshots too. I looked dead at y'all before the gunshots happened. Y'all should have ran in the same direction that I was running in. It's really that simple. So if anybody want to call me a bad friend, you can call me a bad friend. Everybody alive. So it all worked out in the end. Shoot. God was covering them. And me. And that car. So anyway, I'm driving home at this point. I am almost home when my phone rings. It's Daryl on the phone. No, not Daryl. Javario calls me on the phone. He's like, hey, bro, where you at? I said, nigga, I'm almost home. He said, what you mean you almost home? I'm like, bro, I left when the gunfire started. I called Adrian and get no answer. He's like, oh, Adrian with us. I said, well, what are y'all fools still doing there? Like, oh, shit, we about to go in. They open the club back up. I said, they just started shooting. And y'all got it. Agent ride home with y'all, right? Yeah. Get off my phone. I walk in the house. What mama said, early night? I said, your son almost got shot at the club. And she said, oh my God, how's Agent and everybody else? These fools are going into the club now because they just opened it back up. She said, what? I said, Mom, here are your keys. I will put gas in it in the morning. Good night. I went in my room. I closed the door. I texted all 3 of them fools. I said, don't even text me. If y'all call me tomorrow to hoop and everything, that's cool. But y'all the dumbest motherfuckers I have ever met in my life at that point in time. So that was the time when I almost got shot at the club. Y'all want any more stories? Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later on.